Okay, so how to avoid inauthentic content using the Vietnamese ways. So, as we all know, the Vietnamese are like doing crazy stuff on YouTube. They are doing all the black hat stuff. They are repurposing content here and there, stealing content, and they are making bank with this. So, what they also have done is they have found some tricks on YouTube to basically avoid inauthentic content, reused content, and all sorts of demonetizations over the past decade, honestly. So, what Vietnamese content farms have been doing for the past decade? Some channels have uploaded 1,000 times the exact same videos and are still monetized. How? Now, if you don't know, the Vietnamese are working in some really smart and specific ways. They have like content farms, which basically is an office. They have a real office, an actual business, and they have around 100, 200 employees in them, and they are all pumping content. They are pumping content to 200, 300 channels, and they are creating new channels every single day. Now they are leveraging AI and using different methods, of course, of AI. They are getting Nanobanana Pro for free, illegally. They steal cards. They're doing all those black hat tricks. But there is a simple way that they use YouTube to also avoid the reused content because they get hit a lot with that. But nowadays they also do it to avoid inauthentic content. Now, on my left, you can see a channel called the Snoozetorian, which is basically 2 hour long videos, a classic typical AI voiceover, typical AI images, and it is basically videos for sleep. Now, this channel is inspired by the channel on my right, which I'm pretty sure you have seen. It is called Sleepless Historian. And now you can see that by watching those two channels side by side, you cannot see that many differences. But the difference is that one is monetized, as you can see from the next level extension, and the other one is not monetized. And the reason is simple. CMS. Now, the left channel is operated by a CMS. I know the guy who actually runs it, and he has a CMS connected to the channel. Now, what is a CMS? A CMS is basically something that you connect to YouTube to manage many channels under one roof. You have content ID to claim, monetize, and block re-uploads of contents. And you have heavy protection from terminations and demonetizations, which is very important. Now, CMS is basically something that, like I said before, you have to your channel, and YouTube trusts you a lot more. So they are not going to terminate you or demonetize you. And I have seen some channels like connected to CMS be monetized from the very first day that they operate. So the channel on my left is under a CMS, and the channel on my right is not under a CMS, and you can see the difference. Same exact videos, same exact narrative, but the one on the left is monetized and pulling over 20,000 in revenue a month, and the one on my right is not monetized. So one thing you should know is that CMS is probably not for you. Now, the reason it's not for you is that it is really hard to obtain a CMS. You have to be doing hundreds of thousands in the YouTube space for a long time. You should have a legitimate business entity with proper legal financial infrastructure. You have to have verifiable right ownership. So basically you have to own the content that you upload, which in most cases, if you have AI content, it is not that easy to obtain the rights to it, right? So what the guys that have CMS have done is that they have done real actual footage, and they have scaled that business to over 100,000 a month and many millions, uploading real actual content, and that's what granted them the CMS in the first place to ensure the AI channels. You also have to have a clean track record, no copyright, community strikes, and you also have to have a direct relationship with a YouTube partner manager who sponsors the application. So, having seen all that, it is pretty clear that CMS is not something anyone can do. And that's where the Vietnamese get access to CMS. They are already operating a real actual business. Like I said before, they have offices. Excuse me, I have a sore cold. They have offices, like I said. most of the time with 50 plus employees running over 300 plus channels. So they have a lot of experience in YouTube. They are making thousands, even millions of dollars every single year. They are operating as real businesses. And also, Vietnamese have the most of black hat guys. I wrote blackout. I meant black hat. So they have black hat guys in the Vietnamese space that have contacts in YouTube or have contacts with high status people that can get them a CMS using some tricks. Okay, but that's still not what most people do. And the real way they dodge demonetizations is actually kind of smart. They use real footage of how they work, put a real person on videos, and the channel intro. These are the three pillars to avoid demonetizations and can grant you safety up to like 90%, I would say. So, what do I mean by real footage of how they work? I've seen people doing some crazy stuff in the Vietnamese space. They are uploading 500 or thousands of the same exact video, like I said in the start of this video, and they are uploading the same video over and over again, and they are still monetized. The way they do that is once or twice a week, they upload a real footage from their office showing their computers, their way of working, the people that are working, and they are showing YouTube's AI that people are actually creating videos. Now, that's also a quick cash grab. So they are trying to delay the time of the demonetizations, but it will still be in like 6 months from now, a year from now that the demonetization hits, that they've earned 6 figures from the channel and they are okay to lose that channel and start a new one and do it over and over again. Put a real person on videos. Now, what they have been doing is they have been putting real people on their videos narrating for at least the intro or the outro. But the most important fact is that, like I said before, the AI detects a real human and automatically thinks that it is more like actual work put into this video and not some AI slop. And the third one should be channel intro. I have seen some guys using that, and you can see here that more people are starting to notice that the channel intro is really important. Now, this is a channel that is fully AI animation channel, and you can see that the intro of this channel is a guy clearly not running this channel. It is a guy basically speaking and doing an introduction of what the channel is about. It's a 2-minute long video, a real person talking. That gives YouTube the idea that a real person is behind that channel and it is actually putting in the work. And you can see on my right that the videos of this channel are pretty templated and they are really easy to be hit with inauthentic. But he has 42 videos and he's not still hit with inauthentic. So that shows us a sign that this is good, that this works. Even if it doesn't work for long term, it works for like 7, 8, 9 months. Like I said before, you squeeze it out, you make the money, you move on to the next one. Because we are running it as a business, okay? We are running a real actual business here and we are optimizing where we can. One video a week, like I said, one video a week of behind the scenes. Now, how you do that? You take your phone and record your setup and preferably your face and the process of creating your next video. You try not to use AI creations. Fake it if you have to, just for the sake of recording the video. And if you really don't want to appear on camera, hire a guy from Fiverr for really cheap. Now, you just take your phone, you just click on the camera app and start recording the process of you creating the video. And if you want, just speak to the camera too, so that it gives that authentic vibe. Try not to use AI creations. So if I were this guy, which he creates AI animations, pretty templated, nothing too crazy, I would go, for example, grab my phone and start recording me doing some Photoshop and actually drawing with my mouse on Photoshop. Even if it's not perfect, it just shows that you are working on the channel and on the animations. YouTube doesn't know the difference and it detects that you are actually working. That's what I mean by saying fake it. And if you really don't want to appear on camera, just hire a guy from Fiverr for like 20 bucks or 30 bucks and he can do it to you pretty cheap. Don't spam videos. Daily uploads trigger Google's AI even more to flag your channel. Try uploading one video every 2 days instead, or one video every 3 days. I have also seen guys move from uploading daily to uploading every 2 days, so that ensures that that Google's AI doesn't detect them as spammy. And that's actually a pretty good strategy, because we are keeping the 15 uploads a month, which ensures that we can squeeze out the most of the revenue, but it also ensures us that we don't high up the risk of getting demonetized from inauthentic. So don't spam videos is a really good tactic along with the other ones. And variations in titles and thumbnails to avoid inauthentic. This channel is again AI animations. It is Lumicus. He has 20,000 subscribers, and you can see the thumbnail format is pretty typical, and the title format is actually something that has been going on for the past like 2-3 months on YouTube. It is basically the POV style of videos. We have all seen them, but the POV style of videos have lately been getting mass demonetized. This guy is monetized, and the reason for that is that you can see the titles are not repetitive. You can see the first video is your life as every rank. The second one is what it was like to be every rank. The third one is what life really looks like. You can see the variation. It's the same exact idea behind the video, but the variation of titles makes it different, doesn't feel templated. Same goes with the thumbnails. The thumbnails are again white background, but sometimes he pulls out the gray background. Sometimes the character is in the middle, sometimes it is on the left, and so on and so on. That gives variations that Google's AI passes as green flag. Now, never depend on one channel. It is a huge mistake to depend on one channel, because like I said, we want to run a real actual business. And if you want to run a real actual business, you never can depend on one channel, because if that channel gets wiped, your whole business goes to zero. Once you start getting success with one channel, always be prepared for the worst case scenario. Approach it from a business standpoint of maximizing revenue, uploading once every 2 days, repeating your titles, but using the Vietnamese ways like that I told you before. You are not in the risk of getting inauthentic right now, and you can actually start getting 2 or 3 AdSense payments before getting demonetized, which is actually pretty smart if you think about it. If you run 5 channels and do that over and over again, they are just basically getting money, get demonetized, and doing it over again. And you are, in the meantime, improving your skill set on YouTube, and you can go on into different niches. But in most cases, I think this should get you the green pass into not getting inauthentic content. Start even more channels in the same niche by using collaborations features once your channel is successful. Like I said, you get one channel that is successful, you are getting thousands of views, immediately start a second channel in that niche, because you have the blueprint now, and by doing it with the collaborations feature, you get that immediate boost that you need. So let's do a quick recap of what we said. We upload the channel intro with a real human. We find someone from Fiverr to do it for us. Upload the behind the scenes video once every week. So you grab your phone, start recording your process of creating a video. Even better, show your face. Have variations in how titles are structured, along with the thumbnails. And thumbnails should also have variations once every 3 uploads, I would say is the best, to ensure that gap between having the variations needed for the green pass of Google's AI for inauthentic content and maximizing revenue by repeating what works. So, one thing you should know is that this doesn't guarantee immunity, but it definitely puts you ahead 90% of cases of inauthentic content. Now, if you want to run an actual business, quick link in the bio, and let's see how I will help you. Hope this one has helped you, and this has put some new information out there about how to run a YouTube business without fearing of getting demonetized. So, see you in the link in the bio, and let's get started.